What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Easy Mode Check channel. We're here for another episode of Planet Zoo. This one's going to be a fun one. I'm thinking of adding the red-tailed lemur. And I've had a couple of ideas about this one, how to make it super cool. I think I'm going to do a speed construction build, where I build like this kind of fortress on the outside to kind of contain them. So make sure you stick along for the ride, and I'll see you at the end. So I built this kind of middle enclosure here so that like people can walk through the exhibit but still like be separated. I mean, they're not that close to the animals and stuff. I just thought it'd be super cool, kind of feature them in here. I put the path down here. There's two entrances. You know, the staff entrance is obviously on the other side. But I thought I added like a lot of uniqueness to this habitat and makes it look cool. So I'm thinking of also adding a bunch of like donation bins in here, and this is obviously where I'm going to put like education, trash bins. So I want to get a bunch of those before everybody starts heading in here, because I'm going to obviously unpause it, let our little guys in here, and then we'll do all our decorating. Alright, so we got our little guys in here. Obviously the terrain is not looking good, and there's no climbing room. We'll definitely get that built, so let's head and jump real quick and, you know, fix the terrain a little bit. Looks like we have way too much long grass, which is totally good with me. You guys already know I hate the long grass, but they definitely want a bunch more soil, so we'll definitely get all of that added as well. And then I think that might be all, but once we get all the soil added, we'll scroll down and see what else they need. Alright, added a bunch more soil in the middle. They wanted a ton there, but I think it's time to build the coolest climbing habitat. Stick along, we'll do another speed build, and I think you'll like it. Alright, let's unpause, see what our little guys think. I decided that when building this, thought it'd be fun. You know, obviously the little guys needed a way to get to the other side. I didn't think about that when I put in this little middle section. So I put all these little things they can climb. I mean, look at him! Look at the little dude. He started freaking climbing over. That's awesome. That makes me super happy. But again, I put these little things in the middle to allow them to climb over so they can access both of the sides. But I mean, look at him. He's already happy. He's already jumping on there. I didn't realize that I mean, he's on there, but I didn't realize they were going to be able to climb on there, but I feel like it would be a cool guest experience, and I mean, they'd be able to really see these guys, so I thought that's pretty awesome. I put over here as well in the middle, like, some of the pre-built ones, but the majority is built by me. Like, I did it myself, and I feel pretty proud of myself. It's probably one of my best builds so far. I've actually kind of just been watching them for a little bit, kind of climb around. They're really enjoying it. They're going in definitely more places than I thought they would, and like exploring everywhere. So it's pretty awesome. They haven't gone too much on this other side over here. They're kind of sticking to this area. But I mean, this little dude right here is so adventurous. Like, he's climbing up everywhere. So that makes me happy. They're going to be super awesome. We might add ring-tailed lemur in here after, because I think they can be in the same habitat. But did he just like freaking went through that. I don't know if you guys saw that one, but that was weird. But anyways, let's get to adding coverage into our habitat. Now, so I checked the Zoopedia, and I mean, obviously looking right here, you can see like they want a ton of coverage. I mean, they have a minimum they want, but like we can really go at it, and I feel like we don't want these guys to be overwhelmed. And the one thing I didn't think of is like on these little glass panels, you can't make it one-way glass, so it might be overwhelmed. So I'm planning on putting in like a ton of trees, a ton of bushes, and a ton of stuff just to cover so they have an area to escape. But I feel like it'll look super cool. So I'm thinking like if we add, like see these little plants in the corner, somewhere where they can kind of go under but still be, you know, visible, but enough to where they don't just get like anxious or stressed super easily. We don't want another situation like we had with our aardvarks where literally, I swear, every 2 seconds I'd be playing, I'd get a notification that our aardvarks were stressed, and honestly, it stressed me out. So I'm liking this. I feel like I'm pretty basic. I use these like same palm trees in almost every single habitat, but I really like them, and I think they're cute, and we have tons of options. Like I said, I mean, look at the coverage level, guys. Like, we can add anything we want to this habitat, and I think it'll still look super, super cool. Okay, so I kind of decorated this corner and like covered these little bushes here. I'm trying to figure out where to put this plant. Again, I think I'm putting them like more in the middle so they do have little areas to go under. But I like that, adding like a little bit of coverage. I'm obsessed with this habitat. I love the climbing area. I really love the flexibility of like putting as many plants as we want. I'm pretty basic. I feel like I do this on every design. I put the little plants around this tree like this, but I think it looks nice, and these guys are small. They can hide in there. They can get some coverage, and it won't make them feel anxious. And I feel like this is definitely going to be our most popular habitat. Also, that's floating. I just realized that. I didn't know that. But anyways, I still think it looks pretty good. I thought I was done with coverage, but I left this little area over here blank, and I don't want to do that, so I'm adding as many of these as you can. I didn't explain this before, but what I used for the barrier, so I figured the walls themselves were kind of going to be a barrier. So I used the invisible barrier so that it would still be considered a habitat, and I just kind of put the invisible barrier around this little construction area so that it would count as a habitat and I'd be allowed to put the animals in there. They haven't escaped so far. I mean, I have gotten a notification. They kind of got close to the wall, and I got this thing that said animal has escaped, and it was like they were still in the habitat. They just like kind of touched the wall, and the wall, I guess, was past. Like right over here, if you see in this corner, it was kind of past where the limit is, but it doesn't matter, but it's fine. So I just realized they don't need hard shelters, so I'm just gonna put these little like leaves and things down here so they kind of have a spot. Maybe I will build something to cover them so like they can run away, but I think for now I kind of am just gonna place like these little like hay barrels. I feel like I kind of covered every area, but this is like kind of center, a little bit far away from the people, not too close, so it should be enough to like count as a bed for them. Alright, let's add food and water. I kind of like these little feeding platforms. I almost want to lift it up and like put it at the top, but I feel like in other habitats I've tried that and they always tell me the staff can't reach it. So, I also just realized that the staff can only reach that side. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but maybe I'll have to make another entrance. Doesn't matter, we'll just put one there and like, I don't know, maybe we'll put toys over here, but we'll just do a classic little watering thing. Luckily nobody needs to refill that, so that shouldn't be an issue at all. I always try to put these as close as I can to the path, to the area where the guests are, just to kind of persuade the animals to go over there, make our guests happy so they can see the animals up close. Alright, let's add some toys. I'm thinking like ice block. They have this, I think this other one is a foraging pool, but oh, this is like a bamboo feeder stick. I kind of like those. Put them towards the edge. Again, all the feeding ones have to be on this side because, oh, I guess they can go over here. I didn't think about that side. I forgot there was kind of down here too, but they can't go over here. We just need enough room so our staff can actually reach them as well. So let's put this one here. I kind of like this too. I didn't know this was like a food one. It's kind of weird looking, but it's not bad. I like it. Hopefully we should be good. We're good on food enrichment. We might need to now add some more toys and stuff. I like to add as many as I can. Yeah, I think like the more toys, the better. It looks cooler. I'm kind of considering putting some of them on these climbing things, but I don't know if that's gonna 100% work. I've gotten, like I said before, I've gotten warnings, so we'll try it. Hopefully we don't get something that says they can't access it, but I feel like that should be good enough. So let's do like, oh, this freaking piano. Yeah, that would be dope. If I get one of those guys playing on it, that will be pretty sick. And then like, well, it's funny, everybody is enriched by sprinkler, which I think is interesting, but it's kind of fun if like shakes up the habitat a little bit, so we'll add that too. Let's see, it looks like we're actually 100%, but I wouldn't mind if we do maybe add a couple other things. I mean, it's looking pretty good. People are pretty happy going through, they're liking it. This is honestly, I feel like, what an actual habitat would look like for this kind of animal at a zoo, so I feel like it's pretty realistic, so I really like it. Alright, I think we're doing pretty good. We kind of just like observe these little guys, see what they're doing. Hopefully they like it. I mean, everything's 100% right now, so obviously, like, according to the stats, they do like it, but honestly, like, I like to always look. He just hit that thing off that. I don't know if you guys saw that. Oh, this dude's gonna play the piano! That's awesome! Look at him! That's sweet! Is he actually gonna touch the keys, though, and play? Let's see. I'm interested. Oh, he scared himself. Just kidding. He's not going to. Maybe he will. Oh, he pressed one key. That's not bad. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I freaking love that. I didn't really know they were going to enjoy that. That's awesome. And, like, people are really just, like, chilling here and watching. So, let's add some of these bins. Again, like, I'm not even going to say it. You guys know. People litter. I hate it. So, I want to make sure I have as many of these as I can. Because, technically, this is in the habitat. I mean, we're really affecting little lemurs. Because I don't think they're going to be able to access this part. But I still don't want people littering. Because that bugs the crap out of me. So, we'll get a bunch of these, like, little African bins. This is cute. Looks like a little giraffe. Get as many of these as possible. I guess you can't put it in the doorway. I kind of was trying to, but that's fine. That's not a bad thing. And then, of course, as always, we want to make sure we get some education in there. I'm thinking just... Will this work? I'm going to try it, but I have a feeling that it's not going to work because it's not an exhibit. I feel like these only work on exhibits. Let me check. Yeah, no, it only works on an exhibit. Okay, I lied. I thought it would be cool and work on here, but I guess not. We'll probably just do, like, speakers then. Yeah, let's get a bunch of these little educational speakers placed inside of here. I'm thinking we might need to put ambience music in here later. I don't know. I haven't gotten a warning yet that says the little guys are stressed, so if I do, I'm assuming I will. I'll change that up too. But these should be good if we put like a bunch of these, and then we'll just assign them all to be red lemur as well. Alright, we got all of our education things assigned. I just realized they don't have power, so we're going to have to add a power source outside as well. That's totally fine. That's not a big deal. That should be pretty simple to get done. But I think we're going to leave it at that, guys. Everyone's loving this habitat. It looks pretty awesome. I'm super excited about it. One of my favorites. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And we will see you next time on another episode of Planet Zoo.